Now, there are some interesting things that are going on in China beyond toilets that do give you a window into some of the interesting things about Chinese society and some of the good things. And it just so happens to be right over this bridge at this mall over here. A friend of mine told me about it, and I want to check it out for myself to see if it's actually real. And we will cap this video off with a little of my own taste of if China can do this properly and this kind of a thing can succeed. Sure says a lot about Chinese society. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, now we're in a mall very close to where I just was. Kind of a fancy mall, not super busy, but they have an interesting store here that I don't know. You want an interesting example of China working in an interesting way? This is a store that has no people. There's no staff. There's just signs with stuff on it and QR codes to purchase. But I don't even see the QR codes. There's changing rooms. And there's clothing. And my friend told me about it and said, you come here, you pick what you want, and then by honor code, you pay for it. This is the Alipay and this is the WeChat pay code, and you scan it, and based on whatever item you take, you pay. I mean, if you want an example of the societal level, the increasing level of society here in China, how about this? How about this? Not as a judgment, like all society is like this because of this place, but just an example. This mall in China has this store, 0 employees. They put all their clothing out on racks. They display the prices. They leave out the QR codes, and by honor code, they're selling products. They're selling jackets, they're selling all sorts of goods, shoes, all sorts of things. You just grab it, you pay with the QR code, and you're on your way. There's not even any security. I'm sure there's cameras outside of the store, like mall cameras, but not a single person in this store. All I'm trying to do is add a little nuance to that. I mean, if you want to judge the society by its state of toilets, I would have to say that China is doing a much improved job and improving every day, much like their society. So in a way, the original argument that you can judge a society by its toilets does sort of work in this circumstance, but I don't think it's an across-the-board thing. I think you got to look at a lot of segments of society to judge a society, not just on its toilets. But if you were to look at some specific factors that cater to things that happen in China, this store over here displays all of its goods, has 0 employees, puts a couple of QR codes that you can scan and pay on the honor code, and this place exists. I mean, that's kind of an interesting thing that, I mean, come on, that's pretty damn cool. Self-shopping, like to the nth degree. And as a matter of fact, in this mall, down below here, there's a grocery store that is completely self-pay. It's staffed though, it has staff, but you go ahead and you pick everything that you want and then you check it out at the end. But I think that's in the West too. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to say that there's no dirty toilets in China. I'm not trying to say that there are only clean toilets in China. I'm not trying to say anything other than the fact that every single day China is improving with regards to this factor.